Welcome to Orlando, Florida, and the campus of UCF. The Knights are ready to rock an FBC Mortgage Stadium, already bouncing as these fans have been preparing since early this morning. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So UCF's offense takes the field. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him. I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too. I swear, when you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death.
And he's running in the open. The 40. The 20. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
You know, in the modern era of college football, with everybody throwing it, it becomes harder and harder for running backs to put up big-time numbers. With that last carry, though, this guy's got 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Right, how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like, you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Touch pass on the right. Headed to the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, UCF! And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So BYU's offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Got his man on the right. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too? This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long, and the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. Touchdown Knights! The special teams proving worthy of their name.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
The kickoff team is out there after that punt return for a touchdown. They'll try to pin him deep. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Couldn't make the play on first down. They'll try it again. 2nd and 10 from the 27. They'll throw again after the incompletion. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. The last time they punted, it went back for 6. He'll bring it back. It's Chapman. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive. Oh, look out. There he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, UCF. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. East Carolina rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Greenville. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. To the ground with the back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25. Give him 1.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out, and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Hope. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. They're working that left side. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. The aerial assault continues. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Running for it on 4th down. The Knights will move the sticks.
Yeah, and just stay aggressive if you're on offense, right? You're now into the opponent's territory. It's 4th down. Dial up your best 4th down play. Keep this drive going.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Got his man quickly. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolled. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
Hard running there. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, looking for the score. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. 4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Knights! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. One final play before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Leaves it with the back. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd down, going up top. Safe completion on the screen. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Using the quick game. At midfield, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Makes the grab down the middle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. They go to the ground. Discards a man. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jackson. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Wide receiver shows motion. They're trying to get to him. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. Try to get it on the ground. And BYU will get the first down.
And your decision to go for it on 4th down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the first down.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
Coming after him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. Guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. He'll try to loosen him up from deep in his own end. Throws to the wideout. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Got him downfield. Turns it on down the left side. The 30. Past the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, UCF!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Missouri just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to victory. And that's really the standard there in Columbia. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. And he ends up taking a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able.
And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw. It's Abraham. Feeling some heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? It's just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. Makes a catch with defenders everywhere. And now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
The Knights are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. 3rd and goal where the strong come through. Pushes ahead. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
From the gun. Pocket starts to collapse. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive. You want to get touchdowns. You don't want to kick field goals. Analytics says this. Well, now you get no points. And the defense bows up in a big part of the field, gets the big sack on 4th down and goal.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And you've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. They'll go to the ground. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
He gets it away from his own end zone. On the move, it's Chapman. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. The Knights will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession. Your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but his defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Hope. At the 35, he's open. Hits him with a stiff arm. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. Now on second and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
Handoff from the gun. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Trying to get to him. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. And they can't make the play on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
He rifles one deep down the right side. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's right on target.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Complete on 3rd down. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Trying to barge in. Touchdown, Knights! And the route is on.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Ready to try the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. UConn answered the bell away from the Rent today with an impressive victory. The Huskies knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Might as well stick with him. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. They'll try to pop the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Looking for a block. It's Chapman. And they'll bring it down to get the offense started on the next drive. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Line gets set, 1st down. Here's the handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Runs through a tackle. Open runway ahead. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The Knights are on the move. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them.
Touchdown, UCF! And the punishment has been extended.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
Second down coming up.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner goes down. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
He got it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll go right back to him. Touchdown, Knights! And the beatdown has ensued. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense obviously just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. He's looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. Turns it on in midfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit.
All kinds of running room. Keeps it and gets the first down. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, BYU!
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And, man, did he find a way to close with that 48-yard run for 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. Leaves it with the back. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. The play action fake. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Complete downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Perkins. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Coffee. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Paul.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
Trying to run it in. Touchdown, UCF! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. First down here for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Running toward the tape. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Bringing it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. At the 40, there he goes. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. NC State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Raleigh. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Quarterbacks get all the credit, rightfully so. They're the guys taking the snap every play. But my goodness, that dude could have run a 40-yard dash back there in the pocket before he had to throw a strike for a completion.
Getting some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurt.